Hello, 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 and live. I'm just going to put this into the right order. There we are. Now, it's weird actually. Do you see how I always naturally move to the right? So I am on my own today. Kelly's not very well at all. So I am doing the live myself. I'm just trying to get this set up. I just went live, but I didn't take the thumbnail picture. So Kelly's being replaced by some Beats headphones right there, as you can see. I hope everyone's okay. I hope everyone's had a good week. Now, I didn't take a thumbnail because I forgot to do it, but I'm just going to show you a couple of things that I'm going to do. Now, as you guys know, we like to do food. So I'm going to be trying these on the live. These are pret-a-manger cookies. So we have two here. We have a lemon crunch. Look at the size of that, with lemon pieces in it. The other one is a bit smaller, but it's still good. This is the pecan blondie. All right, so we've got the lemon crunch and the pret-a-manger pecan blondie. So I will be trying that in a bit on the live. You may have saw from the last live that I did, which I've got around here somewhere. Oh, where have I put it? I also did, oh, there it is. We did do the churro Kit Kat. That was last time I did on the live on the Tuesday. So I did try that as well. That was really nice. Kelly didn't think much of it. You can't get this in the UK. This is only available. So for our US viewers, I do recommend that. You'll be able to get that. We can't get that in the UK, unfortunately. So it was nice though as well. So anyway, I'll be trying that in a bit. But how's everybody's week been? Right, now, first of all, apologies. I've got to say, we took so long to upload any videos at all. So you may have seen, hey, Richard, how are you? I'm on my own today, I'm afraid. So Kelly's not very well. How are you doing? You okay? Things? How has your week been? Have you been doing many videos this week? Actually, I'm going to go on your channel. So I'm going to do a little plug-in for Richard's channel at the moment while I'm just logging into this. So apologies for the delay in doing... Oh, Irene as well. Hello, Irene. How are you doing? Yeah, so as I was saying, apologies for the our tardiness in getting the video up and running, but we managed to get that in. So that was the One Old Witch, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory afternoon tea, and it worked out actually quite well, because for anybody that's interested, they are doing a Willy Wonka new TV series that is starring Timothy Chalamet. I think I pronounced that properly. He will, a Canadian actor. He is going to be playing Willy Wonka. So that will be coming on Netflix very soon. The trailers are out already. So if you go on YouTube, you'll be able to see the trailer for Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That will be a new series on Netflix. So I was really happy that came out. Totally coincidental. But we did the Willy Wonka, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory afternoon tea at One Aldwych. So I would recommend it. Both Kelly and I would recommend. It was really good. As far as afternoon tea go, price-wise, for central London, that is not bad. All right, that is not bad. Your average afternoon tea in London is going to cost you anything between 60 to 70 pounds for the higher end ones. So that we thought was quite good value. But the sandwiches were so good. They were some of the best I've ever had. Cauliflower, having the cauliflower coronation chicken was, well, coronation chicken, the coronation cauliflower was really nice. So it's the vegetarian take on the coronation chicken. That, I've got to say, was delicious. It was so nice. Curry, it's almost like curried cauliflower, but definitely. So I'm not sure when Willy Wonka's on Netflix. I don't know if I pronounced his name properly, Richard. Timothy Chalamet. I think it's, as I said, he's a Canadian actor. But let me just have a quick look. Right, so let's have a look. Willy Wonka on Netflix. And I think it's Netflix. I'm saying Netflix. Right. Willy, and it's, I think it's just called Wonka. Here we are. Or is it a movie? There you go. So there you go. You can see that's obviously the one on the left there is the original film. That's him. I keep pronouncing his name wrong, so I won't say it. I think it's Timothy. Is it Chalamet? I can't pronounce his name. Anyway, he will be playing it. Chalamet. Sorry, Chalamet. So he will be on there as well. It's the trailer. When is it coming out? It doesn't say, but it's just called Wonka. Actually, I might have this wrong. It might actually be a film. So I'm just going on IMDb. But yeah, 2023. So it's due out this year. I might have it wrong. It might be a movie. Pronounced. Oh, so Kelly's gone upstairs because she's not very well. She's in bed, but she said it's pronounced Shalom. Is it Chalamet? Chalamet. Have I pronounced that right? Pronounced Chalamet. Right, there you go. So I'm not sure if it's. I'm just trying to see here. The problem is with these things, right? It doesn't tell you if it's a film or an actual series. Let's have a look. Right, release date, Paul King. Right, so he's coming out in December. The trailer just dropped with Hugh Grant as an Oompa Loompa. The upcoming 2023 version will tell the story of a young Willy Wonka and how he met the Oompa Loompas on his earliest adventure, according to IMDb. So it looks like, apologies, I said it was Netflix. It looks like it's actually a movie. And it's produced by Warner Brothers. Yeah. So it's going to be that. So it's actually a young Willy Wonka. Hi, Vaughan. How are you? You're all right? How you been? Oh, yeah. December. Remember saying Kelly on Instagram's link. How you doing? How are things? You well? Thank you. Oh, so guys, thank you so much for joining us on our live. Look at this. Amy. For some reason, you really threw me with the chicken dipper thing. On Tuesday, when you said hello, I thought, who's this person? Chicken dip. It just completely. I forgot you changed your name. It just threw me. So I hope you're okay. Nice to see you. Why are you feeling like an Oompa Loompa, Vaughan? What's made you feel like an Oompa Loompa? It's yeah. So Richard, what's his name? Hugh Grant is playing the Oompa Loompa. So they've it looks like they've CGI'd him, so he looks really, really small. So yeah, that will be the new Wonka thing coming out. So the reason why I mentioned Wonka was because we obviously did the afternoon tea. So the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory afternoon tea. I know you're a woman of disguise as well. I thought didn't you find though it was weird because I was talking to you in a completely different way. So if I'd have known it was you, I'd go, oh, Amy. Anyway, I hope you're well. I hope everything's good. Going back to the Charlie and the Chocolate afternoon tea, though, definitely recommend that. If anybody is in London and fancies afternoon tea, that is one. Those cakes were really, really good. We never got to the bottom of what the candy floss tasted like as well. I forgot to ask our server. That was my fault. Hugh Grant is too old. But if you look at him in this, right, I think they did actually a good job on it. He is old or older, but I actually thought he was quite good in this. Right, let me just show you. The weather and house hunting, the whole lot of nothing, chasing my tail. Do you know what? House hunting is a real full-time job in itself. I think when Kelly and I were looking as well, it takes up so much time. It really does. How is it going? Are you managing to get anything? Or have you managed to find anything? Anything at least take your fancy. Here you go, right. So there you go. I'm just going to pick on one of them. Right, the picture quality is a bit grainy on here. Right, that is Hugh Grant as an Oompa Loompa. You can just about make him out as well. So it's CGI'd a lot. He's supposed to be in a glass case. but he's one of the. I don't know if they're going to do multiple versions of him. I don't know. So the original film, as you know, they had lots of different actors playing Oompa Loompas. In the Johnny Depp version, they just had one person and they just sort of duplicated them across the way. But yeah, Richard said, hiya, Kelly, from the screen in the south upstairs. Yeah, so Kelly's not well. She's chilling out upstairs. Amy said, I was telling Kelly either about it. That's so ugly. Poor old Hugh Grant. Well, you can never look that attractive as an Oompa Loompa. You just have a bright orange face and this bright green hair. You kind of look across between someone who's been on a sunbed and the Joker. Right. So, talking of cakes, I'm going to sample these two little bad boys right here. So what we decided to do is, what were you telling? Oh, you were talking to Kelly earlier, were you, Amy, about the Wonka thing? Are you going to watch it? It's not out till December. And I can't pronounce the guy's name. Kelly put it in the chat. It's Chalamet, Timothy Chalamet. He's a Canadian actor. I have 4 premieres today at 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m. and 9 p.m., says Richard. Richard, you put me to shame. It took me about 2 weeks to edit that video. Not that there's lots of great effects in it. It was just it was just finding the time to do it. So Kelly and I, as you probably saw, we were trying to do a lot of fancy bits. We had about 2 or 3 cameras set up. So every time we try something, we'd show one camera and another camera and another camera, which at the time we thought was a great idea. But then when it comes to editing, it's a nightmare. You've got to try and align them all up so it looks like you can see. So I hope you guys like that style. But we did it that way so you can actually see everything like really close up and see what we're eating. All you can eat cakes for £22 in 90 minutes. Where is this? Where can you eat all these cakes for £22 in 90 minutes? Please tell me. That's what I want to know. Richard said, I'm a puzzle. Edit is not me. Mistakes are bloopers. Well, do you know what, actually, Richard? That's a good thing because you get your videos out there. With me, I'm spending all this time editing, but some of it just takes up. Matching things up takes such a long time. It really does. So for the camera, and I just think to myself, why don't I just do one angle? If I just do one angle, you can see it. Oh, Jack and Beyond. Where's Jack and Beyond? Well, I'm going to check that out later. I will check out Jack and Beyond. Right. As promised, I'm going to try these two. Right. So the first one. Oh, in Battersea. Right. I'm going to have a little look at this, Amy. This is the lemon one. So this is the lemon crunch. Now you can see all the bits of lemon in there. For one, you can see the size of it. It's really gooey. Oh, it looks like a Lidl's cookie. It's a bit sick. Do you know what? I've not seen the Lidl's cookie, but these are John. Now look at this. Look as I break it. You can see how soft that is. I do love soft cookies. So that is right up my street. That's not up Kelly. She likes a little snap, but I like that. Oh, so do I. Love it. Oh, 59p for Lidl's cookies. There we are. So Aoife's not on at the moment, but I know she loves Lidl. So if she was on, I'd be asking her about this. She would have bound to try one. Right, that's really. Look, you see how soft that is? You see how that breaks? The camera's trying to struggle to focus. Right, here we go. Oh, wow. Oh, really good. It's really lemony. You can also see, if I hold it up to the camera a bit like this, you can actually see that the flakes. It looks like a flapjack. But can you see those little pieces of lemon in there? So those are really nice. It's incredibly soft. Oh, Vaughan, you would love this. If you like lemon, you would like this. That is so good. Kelly's watching, right, and she's going to have big glaring eyes because I've been told I'm not allowed to eat all of it. I've got to save half. So there you go. Look, that's more than half. That was delicious. Really, really nice. Amy said, if you get me some corn on the cob, I'll get you and Kelly a little cookie. Well, do you know what? We will hold you to that one. No, that's fine, Amy. I shall get you your corn on the cob. Right, now, this one is slightly different. This one, Kelly's going to have to put in the chat and remind me what this is. But I think this one is blondie. So it's got, was it the salted caramel blondie? Kelly, put it in the chat before I forget. Oh, no, not that. That was the other one was a lemon meringue cookie. What was this one? That was the lemon meringue cookie. I said lemon crunch. Right. Now that one is a lemon crunch. This one is a something else. It does look burnt to a crisp, but it's not. It isn't. You can see on that as well. That's it, the blondie pecan. You can see, I thought it had pecan because you can see the pecan bits in it there. These are little pecan pieces. You can see right there. Okay. Again, check this out. Watch that. I'm going to do it in super slow-mo, like the M&S ads as they do. Look at that. That is amazing. We did actually find some other, another cookie place, which I will edit as well and put up there as well. Later on, but here we go. We're going to try that. We've also got a carvery one to come up, but let me try this. That's even better. Oh, Amy, I did my best. Oh, you've got to say, do you know what, Amy? I needed to have like a husky voice when I was doing it. This just isn't food. This is M&S food. That is so nice. Now, Amy, what you were saying actually is true. It's got a very slight, not burnt taste, but you know that, when caramel sort of crisps up, or you get that nice sort of burnt caramel taste. It's got that taste to it. It's really good. That's amazing. Yeah. Kelly's asked, is it better? This, for me, is better than this one. The reason being, this has got a really buttery taste to it, but it's also got, because it's browner, it's got, obviously it's been well, I won't say it's been baked longer, but Amy's right, it does look like it's burnt, but it's not. It's oh, it's so good. I'm afraid I'm having more of this. There you go. Got your half. That's really good. It's almost got a molasses taste to it. You know when you got molasses or black treacle, it's got that kind of taste to it. That's really good. So my recommendation is the pecan blondie. That one is fun prep. The other one's nice, but that one's gonna think. Amy said, I've got some news for you guys. My mum and sister went to Carvery. They were very disappointed. All right. The television, come on, 1 second. Normally, there's both of us on the live. Why were they disappointed? Why were they disappointed? What was disappointing about? They just didn't like the food, or was it the service? Okay. Kelly, I'm putting that back. You guys, you're witness to that. I ate my half and did it. I'm having a little bit more of this, and I'm putting this back. That's half. Look. Before I get into trouble. I was going to say, don't need it all, Mark. 7 of us are watching you. No, you see, you got witnesses. So, Kelly, I've got 7 witnesses. Look. Let it be known you got the witnesses. 2 halves in there. I'm over here, so they are out the way. Stop eating the blondie. I can tell the tone from that coming up from upstairs. Yeah, you see, Kelly's here in spirit. So I said right at the beginning, Kelly's been replaced. I put her cardigan on there, and then you've got her headphones there. So it's this is the replacement. Don't you think, Kel? Yeah. There you go. You can eat all the lemon one. That's fine. All right, I might have a bit more of that actually. That was actually good, but the other one was fantastic. So what did your parents say, Amy, about the carvery? I was surprised your parents didn't like it. Oh, your mum didn't like it. You said your mum and your sister. Oh my God, if Tushi was on here now, she'd be, oh my word, I don't know what she'd say. Tushi's a massive fan of the carvery. As I said before, Kelly and I did shoot a carvery video a couple of weeks ago. So again, it's on our to-do list. That one will be uploaded as soon, as soon as I can get round to doing it. I wanted to do the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory one for 2 reasons, really. One, that it's been outstanding for such a long while. As you could probably see, when I was uploading it, I thought, oh my God, I mentioned my birthday in it. Well, I still got my banner up, but I mentioned my birthday in it because that was back in May. So it's just been a while for us to actually upload it. Oh yeah, you will like that blondie one. It is delicious. So Amy said, I'm so sorry, Tushi. I'm so not so sure why. What was it then? Did you go as well, Amy? Did you go to the carvery as well? Or was it just your mum and your sister that went? I know the thing is with the carvery, it's incredible value for money, but buffets aren't for everybody. I think the issue you always have, oh, you didn't, you were working. So what did your mum and sister say about it? What was it, the bits they didn't like? The thing is, I was going to say with the carvery as well, it's not for everybody because obviously they cook the food, then they leave it on the hot lamp under the hot lamps. And of course, with the hot lamps as well, it continues to kind of sort of keep cooking the food or at least keep it warm. So especially with vegetables, they tend to be overdone. And anything else starts to dry out under there. So that kind of puts people off in some way. I think it's because it wasn't like a buffet, but it is though. I know the meat you can't have unlimited bits of. So if you go to Florida, United States, when we go to Disneyland, oh yeah, Kelly asked, was it a Toby carvery? They felt like it was limited. Oh, that's interesting. That is interesting. So, like I say, now, if anybody's interested in a really big selection range of a buffet, there's a buffet called Jimmy's World, which is in the O2. Now, that's quite reasonably priced. It's about £22 a person, which for a buffet is not bad. But you've got loads and loads and loads of choice, right? But the food quality isn't, obviously, I won't say it's terrible. It's not. It's okay, but it isn't the best. I'm not going to lie to you. It's not the best. So again, you do find it was, but it's just funny though. They thought it was limited. The choice is there. I mean, like I said, you can't have unlimited meat, but you can have as much veg as you like. You've got a choice of about 10 different vegetables though. My mum has a Yorkshire pudding with cream for dessert. Oh, okay. Yeah, which you can do. So they actually do that. They do Yorkshire puddings for the savoury, but you can have them as a pudding as well, which they have with like ice cream and stuff like that. The other thing is as well, if you have the Toby Carvery breakfast, they do actually do a Yorkshire pudding breakfast. Now, I've never had Yorkshire pudding for breakfast, but their ones as well, they put onion pieces in it when they cook it. So you'll see little pieces of onion in there, and you can have that for breakfast. They went with my family for my sister's birthday. Oh, no. And your sister didn't like it for her birthday. Oh, that's, do you know what? That's always disappointing. One thing I'm going to say to you guys, and this is something that Kelly learned, is that never, ever, ever try something new on your birthday. Always stick to something that you know you're going to like. The other 364 days of the year, that's your chance to experiment, but don't experiment on your birthday because you don't know. I mean, that's what happened. And she said it was just the thing she had wasn't nice. So there's always that risk. Richard said, tonight, coloured pasta and bolognese mix. I call it the mix-up. So what's in your mix? Is it, what are you doing? When you say bolognese, is that bolognese sauce or are you doing split with the actual meats as well? Amy said that's like me and Zizi's. Rubbish, to be honest. I didn't think much of Zizi's. Oh, did you not? Because you know what as well, I always find, like, this is controversial, I know, but I always find a lot of these pizza places are much of a muchness. Zizi's, Pizza Express, Ask Pizza, they, what's it called? Prezzo as well. They all have different pizzas, but they're all sort of similar. So it's a similar type of feel. Kelly said, I think people have preferences, quantity or quality. And sometimes you can get both, but I've yet to find one. Oh, it's too hyped with the ZZ. But funny you should say that. So Kelly always used to say to me, so her best friend, they used to go out to Zzz's all the time. So the go-to was they went to was Zzz's, Zzz's. And they were saying as well that after a while they were going there all the time. That was a go-to. And I think when you do that, and especially if you do it unconsciously, after a while you just get sick to death of it because you're just doing it all the time. Richard said it's Morrison's job because of cost of living. Besides, much better taste. Ah, that's it. So Morrison's own. So Richard, if you were going for own brand stuff, would Morrison's trump the others, or would you say it depends on the restaurant or the supermarket? Quality and quantity. That's Lego all over. But the problem with Lego, the expense. It is expensive, but I know what you're saying. I like Morrison's. It gives me Somerset vibes. Is that because when you go to Somerset, you've got a Morrison's there? Is that why? Morrison's, of course, is actually a northern thing. It's actually originated up north, and then obviously as it expanded, it went all over the country. That's funny you do. It's yeah. I know it's everywhere. But do you know what it does? It's funny you should say that, but I always sort of associate supermarkets as well with certain places. So, for example, where we live, Kelly and I live, there's no Morrison's around here, but near where I work, there is one. So I always associate Morrison's with that area. So Richard said, so Tesco's is not the greatest. Lidl and Aldi are worse. Yeah, I've tried around. What about Sainsbury's as well? Where would you rate them in there? And do you put M&S above everything else, or is M&S coming through, going lower? Amy said, my favourite town is Yeovil. You really do like Somerset. You really do. What is it about Yeovil you like? Is it the actual town itself, or is it the fact your granddad comes from there and it just reminds me of your granddad? There's always a place as well like that as well. When I go and visit certain places, it reminds me of people. And I think if you like the person as well, you will actually like the town. Not always, but it does remind you of that person and the town. So that's quite interesting as well. I know for a fact that you do like Somerset and you like Yeovil. Yeah, exactly. Gives you the good vibes. It always has that holiday feel. I always used to think that about Devon and Cornwall because I'd only ever go there in the summer on holiday. So I always associate Devon and Cornwall with being nice, being warm, summer, you know, that type of thing. I feel comfortable there. Do you know what? Actually, Amy, that makes a lot of sense because I know you don't like London. And do you find that as well? Do you think you're liking places outside London because it's a slower pace of life? You've been to Somerset all year round. But do you think you like that for that reason? Is it because you associate it with your family? Or do you feel that it's because it's just a slower pace of life? And then and people are different there as well. I noticed that. So I came from Wiltshire. That's where I grew up. And I'm not saying Londoners are not nice. I didn't say that. But I did notice that in Wiltshire because there's fewer people. People tend to sort of say hello more. They sort of smile more. I found not always, but, you know, I found that, especially when I first came to London, I used to think that. I thought, well, because I used to say hello to people in the street because that's what I was used to. And people look at you like you're weird or that you're after something. And then I realised afterwards, I thought, right, okay, this is clearly not the done thing in London. You don't just want to go, hello, 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 hello. You just don't do that. But you would do that, not to everybody, but you would do that a lot more in the West Country. Yeah, I know what you mean by it's hard to explain. But the country vibe, I always find, does relax you. And also, I don't know if you found this in Yeovil and Somerset, but the actual fact, people are a lot more relaxed. So it's not as rushed. And I think because they're relaxed, you become relaxed. So I'll tell you what I mean by that. When I went back to Wiltshire, and this is a few years ago, I had to get my mum a birthday present. So now I went into one of the shops and I said to the guy, sorry, have you got any wrapping paper? And he sat there and he went, wrapping paper. Wrapping paper. Have I got wrapping paper? Hang on, I'll go out the back and have a look. Now, if that was in London, people go, oh, come on, have you got wrapping paper? Oh, no, go over there. No one's got time because everybody's in a rush. And Kelly and I, we did that. I took some days off work earlier this year and we went into London. And I noticed that as we were walking very slowly because we were on leave. But people coming around me on their mobile phones, slaloming around, and I thought, God, it makes you realise just how rushed London is. You've really got to get somewhere. You're always on the move. You're going somewhere and like that. So I do know what you're saying. Amy said, my granddad, he wants to live till he passes in Somerset. He said he doesn't want to be in London at all. All of my family left London. So would that be for the same reason, do you think? Do you know, London's also, I always find London harder to live with if you're older as well. Or you're on your granddad's side or left London. Does anybody else feel that? Would they, that are in London? So Richard, you're a London person, but anybody else who isn't in London, would the thought of London, moving to London, not terrify you, but put you off? Would you not want that? Or any city? Would you avoid the city? Does anybody think to themselves they don't want that? They want that provincial life. Charlie, hello. You got 113 followers. Well done. Well done. Oh, now you say rain in Hull. Are you in Hull at the moment? And if so, are you doing the McDonald's? And is Keegan with you? Are you guys doing the normal McDonald's? Hey, Julie, how are you? You okay? I'm on my own today. I hope you're well. I hope things are going all right. We were just talking about, so I've just done a quick review on the 2 pret-a-manger cookies. So I did the one on the lemon crunch. I think it's called the lemon meringue crunch, sorry. And the pecan one as well, pecan blondie. Pecan blondie came up top first for sure. Where are we? Amy said, I would like to live in the middle of nowhere. Which, do you know what? I always had a theory. When I came to London, I had a theory that people from who live in the middle of nowhere, because I came from the middle of nowhere, can settle in London, but people from London can't settle in the middle of nowhere. Everybody at the time that I used to speak to in London said to me, there was just no way they could just sit in a place where there's no pavements, or they could be in a place where there's no shops open to a certain point. Is that true, Londoners? Oh, lemon meringue, thank you. So it was lemon meringue and it was the pecan blondie. How would people feel adapted to being in the middle of nowhere? If you come to anybody, guys, anyone from the city, do you think you could live in the countryside? Do you think you could live in a place where there are hardly any shops or just one shop? No pavements. Well, I say no pavement, but fewer pavements, fewer people. Could you do that? Places, less restaurants, fewer places to go to, but you would have the peace and serenity of all the countryside? Or would that just not appeal to you at all? Would you want just say, one woman at work always used to say to me, I cannot go anywhere where there's no pavement. I need to have people around. Amy said lemon pepper cheese. No, it wasn't lemon pepper cheese. It definitely wasn't lemon pepper cheese. Julie said, happy Friday, everybody. Yeah, happy Friday to everyone. So a flat out no from Kelly. I don't think Kelly could actually do that. But Amy said, yes, sounds like a plan. So I think you could do that as well. It does. So talking from someone who used to live in the middle of nowhere. So I used to live right outside in the Wiltshire countryside. Now, bear in mind, when I lived there, oh yeah, thank you, Julie. Yeah. So you can see Kelly's on. She's just not feeling very well at all. She had a bit of a fever today, so she's just been resting upstairs. So you can see, but forever Kelly, there you go. Look, you've just had the thing. So she is commentating. She just can't talk at the moment as well. She's just not feeling well at all. Pavan, how are you? I haven't seen you for ages. I hope you're well. Greetings all. I hope you're well, Mark. Sending unconditional love to everybody, regardless what everybody's been through. Oh, or young through, you put there. Oh, thank you, Pavan. That's so nice of you as well. Yeah, so Kelly's resting upstairs. She's resting upstairs in bed. How have you been? I hope you're well. Really good to see you on. I hope life's been treating you well. What was I saying? Yeah, so going back to someone who lived in the middle of the countryside, it does take a long time to adjust going back there. Now, when I lived there as well, shops would shut at 4 o'clock and do a half day on Wednesday and on Sunday. So there's nothing open back then on a Sunday, absolutely nothing. She's up in the attic. Marcus locked her upstairs. I'm not that bad. Can you imagine? There you go. Look, So that's proof that I haven't, before you get me into trouble. Yeah, no, Kelly's upstairs. She's just resting at the moment as well, resting her vocal cords, ready for Tuesday's live. Yeah, so the countryside bit does take some getting used to. However, I always found being in the countryside as well, you do feel a lot more relaxed. It is a lot more relaxed. London is so fast paced. Even when I want to just take a chilled stroll in London, you feel that you've got to get somewhere. You feel that you've got to be on the move. Richard, I don't know if you feel the same, because I know you do a lot of wandering around London, or anybody else that's London based. Amy as well, you are. But you do, you make it sound like she's Santa Claus getting ready for Tuesday, her big day. She is. She's got her red suit on as well. She's just fed the reindeer. She's all good to go. Pavan said, get well soon, Kelly. Don't let Mark eat all the lovely things and Starbucks. Hope he's looking after you, you well angel. Don't worry, Pavan, I've got that. I did savor some of it. I just did a very quick food review on the two cakes, the two biscuits here, but I would definitely recommend. So that's the blondie. Sorry, that's the lemon meringue one from Pret, for anybody that's just joined. But my recommendation, and this is my recommendation, is the pecan. That is the pecan. That's half of it. That's left. So I did it. That was delicious. Amy thought it looked burnt, but trust me, it's not. But it does have a really delicious caramelized taste to it. Now, part of me wants to rush upstairs and give this to Kelly so she can try it and then comment on here. But of course, it would look weird because you'll just have a blank background. So I won't do that. But I did have the idea of doing that, but I'm not sure how that's going to work. Trying to do a live and then you're just seeing dead space for about 20 minutes. Amy said, that is more than half you have eaten. Definitely a testament. Shh, Amy, you're going to get me into trouble. No. That is half, Amy. It's half. That is definitely half. From what you saw, the original cookie, it's half. Julie, try it. So the Pret Blondie one is absolutely delicious. What I do want to show you, and I have been given permission to eat the whole thing, is just how soft that is. Look how soft. That just no snap at all. And you can see how squidgy that is. Look at that. It really is. It's like a goo. It's verging on cookie dough. That's how soft it is, but it really is good. Very, very good. That's very, very nice. I would do it. It's got not a very strong lemon taste, but it does taste like lemon meringue pie. It's got that thing. It's got little bits of crisp bit in it, which is supposed to be the meringue pieces. But to be honest, you can't really tell the meringue, taste the meringue. But the pecan one you can. It's got that lovely caramelly, rich flavor to it. That would be my recommendation. But do try it. It's incredibly soft. I prefer the softer cookies. But the other cookie is not hard, but it is still soft, but harder than the lemon meringue one. Really good thing though. I recommend that one. The other one is which I'll get into trouble for eating, so I'm not going to eat it. But the other one is really good. I know it's really dark, but if you imagine, now can you see how brown it is on the side as well? That caramelizes. There's huge pieces of pecan in that, as you can see, and that gives it a really nice crunch and texture to it. That is delicious. He better be looking after me, Pam. Yeah, don't worry, I am. Pam said, oh, wow, how mouthwatering. I'm very tempted now. What's your favourite type of wine, Mark? Actually, do you know what, Pam? I don't actually drink. I'm not really a boozer. So I don't actually drink. Well, I say boozer, but I don't drink. But these are all Kelly's. Can you see that? Those are all her Baileys. So I'm more of a food person than into things. But what's yours, Pavan? Do you have a favourite, or do you prefer spirits? I was watching a YouTube video on Duke's Bar. So if you're at all interested, Google Duke's Bar, Dukes, in London, and they're very famous for their gins and their martinis. So they will do, and they serve the vodka at -22. So they actually freeze the glasses, and the waiter as well. I've got my little hand there. Make sure that's thing. When they serve, they do that. So they actually pour it with one hand like that, and because it's frozen at -22, it comes out like honey. So it just pours into the glass. They also do the little twist, the lemon. So they take a lemon and they break that up, and it just had that oil in there. Stop! He's touching it and breaking it. Amy, you're supposed to be on my side here. 8 of us are watching you, but that was half, wasn't it, Amy? It definitely was half. Exactly, not half. He thought I wouldn't notice. It definitely is. It's half. Amy will back me. It's half. Won't you, Amy? Sam, how are you doing? You okay? Exactly. Stop touching the blondie. You said I could have the blondie. The Singularity. Hey, how are you? Hi, Mark and Kelly. It's a shame Kelly isn't here today, but haven't been online for a while. Been very busy, but I hope you're both doing well. Otherwise, I haven't forgotten about you both. Oh, we're so glad to see you on. I hope you're well. Kelly's not feeling very well, as I've just saying. So, but she is on. She's upstairs in bed. She's not well at all, but she's actually joining us virtually, if you like. So she's actually joining us in the chat. So I'm sure she's going to send you a little message. There you go. She just said hello. So is Amy as well. I like a few glasses of Bailey's, says Julie. Now, did you see, Julie, the new flavors that Kelly had got? I will show you if you haven't, but there's a new flavor she managed to get hold of, which we showed last time. Amy said, I was a pretend bartender on Tuesday. I served drinks like alcohol to a bunch of teenagers in my college. What were you like, though? Kelly said, you've had some of the blondies. Now stop touching it. You said I can have the whole blondie. Now I'm not allowed any of it. I was also demonstrating it for everybody there. So if somebody else wants me to see it, if somebody else does want me to see it again, just point it out and I'll show you it again. What was it like? Do you know, Amy, how to make teachers, not teenagers? Sorry, that's my eyes. You actually serving teachers. I thought you said to a bunch of teenagers. I thought, is that legal? Do you know how to make cocktails, or were you just making it up? Were you just going, yeah, here we go. Sam said, sorry, you're not well, Kelly. Hugs and love. Hope to feel better soon. Oh, so she is on there as well, Sam. So I know she would have preached that as well. You'll see a little message from her, I'm sure, in a minute, thanking you. But yeah, so no, you can have all of the lemon meringue, not all of the blondie. Yeah, no, that's what I say. I haven't touched the blondie. Oh, I'm getting mixed up now because it's when you say blondie, of course, the darker brown one is the blondie because the other one's light. I keep mixing the two up. Oh no, you just give him beer and rosé, wine too. Do you know how to pour though, rosé? Were you doing it in the fancy way? Were you go, sir, madam, and you're doing it with your one hand? You're supposed to have the, what do you call it? The actual cloth over there like that when you do it. Oh, anyway, no, I just wondered if you were doing it. Now, funny enough, when we did the afternoon tea, I did actually watch a little YouTube video on etiquette for afternoon tea. So, of course, the thing the guy was saying that I was watching as well, you're supposed to do your finger sandwiches, obviously, with your fingers that way as well. But the one thing he said was when you do the scones, and he said, yeah, it's pronounced scone, not scone, apparently. You cut them in half. You do, I said, he goes, what you should never, ever do is sandwich the two together. And I saw that and I thought, oh, now you said that, I really want to sandwich a scone together. Just have one big, massive scone. So you have cream and jam on both. And then, oh, that really put me thinking, no, I wish he hadn't said that now because I really want to do that. But yes, anybody in London, I definitely recommend that one. I definitely recommend doing that afternoon tea. No, I'm not that fancy. It's in the cafeteria. Oh, right. Okay. So you weren't actually doing, you were serving, but you weren't actually serving like that one. So was this in your college cafeteria? So we were talking a little bit about, would you prefer living in the city or would you prefer living in the country? So Sam, I was just thinking of you as well, because I know you live out in the country, but I don't know how far out in the sticks you live. So I just wanted to know as well, how you found it, if you are living out in the sticks, or are you sort of closer to the city, or are you kind of in between, without obviously revealing where you actually are. Oh yeah, I thought it was at college. I thought you were doing your little waiter bit as well. Have you got any waiter experience? Country roads take. Are you going to be singing that on the way to Somerset? Take me home. Right. So I'm going to be doing two-way conversations then. So I'm just wondering about the country bit as well. The other thing is as well, as you can see from our video, I will be uploading it as soon as I possibly can. We did go to an alternative cookie place, which is a famous cake shop in London. So we will be doing that. I will be uploading that quite soon. Now they're famous. You would have seen us do our creme cookies. So for anybody not familiar with creme, we have done it on a couple of videos, but each and every time I keep going back there because up until this point, I thought that was the only massive cookies you could get in London. I know there will probably most likely be more, but that was the only one I was familiar with. So creme cookies are really good, but they only do 4 different types. So what I wanted to do is find somewhere that did a similar size cookie, but elsewhere in London. Right. So these are the creme cookies for those who are not familiar. Right. So these are creme. Now look how thick they are. They are expensive. I'm not going to lie. Those are £5 each or £4.95. Yeah, you heard me. £4.95 for one cookie. So they are expensive, but they are big. So if you can see there, that is how thick the cookie is. And that's the white chocolate one. We've mentioned these ones before. They are, just to give you a better understanding of how big they are. They are absolutely ginormous. So that is what we've been doing. So I wanted to find one that's similar to that. If it's going to zoom back into me, there we go. And find one there. So we managed to find one. We managed to find the place, and we've reviewed it, and we filmed it. And I nearly forgot we did it because I thought we only had 2 videos to edit, but I've actually got 3. So we will be showing you that quite soon because I want to show you what those cookies are like. And I'm just going to give you an idea of what they look like, because we also try some other cakes as well. So just give you a taster. Also as well, we'd like to give you a little spoiler, not a spoiler, but it'll show you what's coming in. So these are the cookies. Here we go. You probably will have to wait to the video, unfortunately, because yeah. There you go. That's what they're like. So these are the ones, I won't tell you where it is, but that's the ones we were reviewing. So we'll get you to show those ones as well in our video. We also did some of their cakes as well, so we will be showing that as well. But I just wanted to show you that as a little trailer coming up. Sam said, I grew up in the middle of the malls. Oh, did you? Well, that's your Dartmoor. And the nearest farm was a mile away, and my school was a 3-mile trek in the sun, wind, snow, or rain. But I miss it. I'm in a small village with no shops now. Wow. Now, I grew up somewhere similar. So I grew up right in the middle. So I was actually outside a small village. So that's actually how small it was. No shops as well where I was. Nearest shop was about 1.5 miles away. So it is quite a trek to get anywhere. Looking back on it now, I don't know how you do it as well, because there was no Amazon back then when I was living there. So like I said, you had the shops and that was it. So if the shops were shut, that's it. You've got to wait until they open. I mean, the good thing about London is 24 hours. Our next door neighbours, who are really nice guys, there's a moped there every day, takeaway, shopping, grocery, all of that things as well. What shocked me now is that shops are now going on places like Just Eat and Deliveroo. So when you actually order food, you can now actually get your shopping done by Just Eat and Deliveroo. Believe it or not, L'Occitane, which is one of Kelly's favorite, they do body creams and stuff like that. When I bought Kelly a present, and the guy was saying to me at the time, he said, "Do you know we're now on Just Eat?" I said, he said, yeah. He said, we're on Just Eat. When people have forgotten to buy presents, they just order it from Just Eat. I mean, that shows how there's sort of convenience there. Look at Jack and Beyond. Right, I will look at that, Amy. I cannot imagine living in a city. I even hate street lights. Well, this is it. It's amazing how people are so different. Some people, that's what I wanted to ask you actually, Sam. If you could do that, could you live in the metropolis? Could you live in a tower block, for example, or would that just really freak you out? You just told us. I saw it. No, it wasn't Jack and Beyond. It was in Bodmin, Dartmoor. It's in Devon. Ah, okay. Yeah, Dartmoor. I thought it was Bodmin. It was Bodmin Moor. Dartmoor is in Devon. Right. Sorry. Yeah. Bodmin Moor. I did wonder if it was Dartmoor. No, it wasn't. You said. What won't you say? Amazon food. Have you ordered Amazon food? Have you done anything through Amazon food? I've never done any of their shops. Their shops are called Fresh. I did go in there. Richard was going to do a video in Fresh, but we actually, that was the thing. So Kelly and I went to do a video in Fresh, the Amazon store, and we got told very politely, but we got told you're not allowed to film in here. So I thought, okay, but loads of people have done it, but I was a bit more honest. I said, it's all right to film. They went, no, you can't. So I probably should have gone around and anyway. Right, let's have a look at this thing. So what am I looking for? I am looking for... What am I looking for? Jackson Beyond. Right. Because, thank you, Amy. This might be one that we could review. Unlimited cake. You are right. So Jackson Beyond do bottomless cake events. Right. So this is one of Amy's recommendations. I'm assuming you're recommending it. We at Jackson Beyond believe that cake slices make your day, blah, blah, blah. Everything is baked fresh on site for you to enjoy, served with a smile. Our cafes are located at Battersea High Street, just a short 8 to 10 minute walk from Clapham Junction. The cakes look nice. So they do an all-you-can-eat challenge. So you can eat as many slices of cake that you want in 90 minutes. Take on the challenge and beat the record of an unbelievable 20 slices of... Who ate 20 slices of cake? 20 slices of cake in 90 minutes, or just relax and savor the different cakes on flavor. You will be able to choose from at least 6 to 7 scrumptious cakes flavors, such as our best-selling red velvet cake, carrot and cinnamon cake, and our cheesecake crumble. So they have the menus here, so you can have a choice. So you were saying it's about 20 quid. So Kelly said, what did she say? No, not Jack and Beyond. It was what you showed to the camera before. Oh, right. Okay. You mean the other one. Yeah. So I think we haven't put it up yet as well. We didn't say what it was. Yeah. 20 slices of cake. So that's their record. Somebody went and had 20 slices of cake in 90 minutes. It's very clever because cake is not something that you go for to have a buffet. I've never had a cake buffet. And I was going to say, it's not good. Buffets aren't good at the best of time, but have a cake buffet where you can have unlimited cake. I don't think that was probably very, very good for me. I'm going to come out very sick. That's the equivalent of probably eating an entire cake yourself. Anyway, for anybody that's interested, Jack and Beyond do the following cakes. So they've got the red velvet, the frosted Victoria sponge, which is fluffy vanilla sponge paired with the fruity sharpness of raspberry jam covered in delicious... Oh, they've got mascarpone and cream cheese vanilla frosting, which technically isn't vanilla sponge, but we'll let that one on go. They got the chocolate and peanut butter banana, which is vegan. So basically, they've substituted the fat with banana. Not Kelly's favorite because she hates banana. They got the cheesecake crumble. Ooh, creamy cheesecake topped with homemade crumble and seasonal fruit. That sounds nice. They got the carrot and cinnamon, which we mentioned, which is delightful moist sponge, grated fresh carrot and creamy cinnamon frosting. Lemon and elderflower. That's interesting. So our lemon and elderflower cake consists of 2 layers of light, fluffy lemon soaked sponge, finished with a smooth elderflower and light lemon mascarpone frosting. And also they've got one called seasonal flavor, which could be anything. So Amy's right. You get £22 per person and you can have as much cake as you like. You also have the option of booking a bottomless cake and hot drink for £28 per person, which includes unlimited hot drinks as well as cake slices. So they offer non-dairy as well. So they haven't got many. So in here, they've just got a photo of it. All right. So it doesn't look bad, you know. Those are the cakes. Sam said, my dad lived in Wimbledon. I used to love visiting the city, but no, I wouldn't want to live there. In our village, we can get food deliveries, even kebab and Chinese. Yeah, but cake buffet would be too much, but I would have a few slices and share. There we go. So that's the cake slices if you want to go in Jack's. Amy, what would you say? Would you like it? Would you recommend it? So it's in Battersea, this one, Jack and Beyond. So the one we did, the reason why I wanted to do, we wanted to do Pret was, of course, Pret's everywhere. So it's not, we're always conscious. We do a lot of London centric ones. So we just wanted to sort of give you an idea of what else is out there. But any more ones you want us to do, please drop it in the comments. We'll have a look at it. Pret we've been meaning to do for a while. Wimbledon is nice, actually. My brother lives in Wimbledon. So when Kelly and I go visit him, we do really like Wimbledon. It's changed a lot. It looks really nice. Sam said, we used to pick wild elderflowers up on the moors and make elderflower champagne. It's delicious. Oh, wow. We used to watch, I don't watch it anymore now, but we used to watch Escape to the Chateau, you know, where the Dick Strawbridge and his wife, Angel, they bought a chateau in France. And anyway, he did something similar. He picked loads and loads of elderflowers. And what he did is he got this huge drum of water and loads of sugar in there, and he put them in there as well, and he let that sort of brew for months. And then of course when he drank it, it naturally fizzes as well. So similar to what you were doing with the sort of champagne, it does sound amazing. I love the taste of elderflower. I don't know if you knew, but you can actually do deep fried elderflower. So you actually dip the elderflower in batter and you fry that, and then once you take that out, so you deep fat fry it. So literally you're just dipping it in the batter, dipping it in the fryer, make sure your hands are out of the fat, and then you can eat that afterwards. That's supposed to be delicious. Amy said, no, I haven't been there. I've heard it's fantastic. I thought it would be good for you to review. Oh, thank you, Amy. No, that's a really good recommendation. We'll have a look at that. Jack and Beyond. But they do unlimited tea and stuff. Look further down in the website. Yeah, no, I saw that. So they said unlimited hot drinks. So you can have many as you like. It's quite clever how they do it. So they do, according to this, they do tea, coffee. So that's flat white, Americano, cappuccino, espresso, and some few others. Some specialty lattes and hot chocolate as well. And they do plant-based alternatives. You can even buy a gift voucher for somebody if you wanted to do it as a present. There you go. I like the little coloured coffees that they do. They look quite cool. There you go. So you can do either or. And you can buy, like I said, you can do them as vouchers for anybody if you wanted to do it as a present. There we are. Thank you, Amy. That's a really good recommendation. We shall have a look at that one. Unlimited afternoon tea. They do unlimited gluten-free afternoon tea as well. There you go. You can join us if they do afternoon tea. Yes, do. Right. So you can. They do, yeah. So you're right. So they do bottomless cake and hot drinks, bottomless cake, sweet afternoon tea, which is £22 per person. The cream tea, the vegan and gluten-free afternoon tea, which is £22 per person. Oh my God. They even do, I've never seen that before. They do a dog afternoon tea, an afternoon tea for dogs. I have never seen that. I have never, ever seen that. Dog afternoon tea for one furry friend. Please choose the number of humans below. You can select preferred afternoon tea option on the next page. Be funny if no. Just my dog wants to go on his own. Yeah. So the time limit is 90 minutes, 1.5 hours. You can eat as much. You can eat and try as many cakes and slices as you want, but please note you will be served one slice at a time. Right. Okay, that makes sense because you've got give me 20 slices of cake. Sam said, my mum would be so happy if the elderflower champagne bottle went pop early. Lol, she would even let us have a little bit. Oh, bless. It's a elderflower. It's got really unique. You can buy it as cordial, but there's nothing like the real stuff. And you can only get that thing in the countryside. All sounds good. The champagne must have been delicious, Sam, said Kelly. It does sound really, really nice. It does sound delicious. And also, like I said, I know I have heard of elderflower wine as well, so you can get that as well. But it does that flavour too. I've never tried the batter, so I've never ever tried it. But think of it like not fish and chips, but you literally just dip it in the batter and do it. Champagne is too posh. You see, Amy, I think we're going to get you down to these posh states. We are definitely going to be getting you down. Once you come out with us a few times, I think we're definitely going to posh you up. You'll be I don't know. I'm only joking. I don't know why I say that. As Kelly and I aren't posh at all. I just wonder why. I just I always find it funny how you always think everything's really posh. I've never had champagne. I don't think actually. Or had it once many years ago. Not something I have regularly. The champagne thing is as well. Actually, the name champagne is protected, so you're not allowed to call any sparkling wine champagne. I'm moving to the countryside now. Goodbye. Oh, Amy. Oh, Amy. You were going to say you would. Our homebrew was definitely not posh. So did you make that? Did you actually do your own homebrew? I've attempted it once doing it, and it just never ever worked out. My friend, because you're not supposed to put sugar in it. My friend wanted to, because obviously it turns to alcohol. So he had the bright idea when he made his homemade wine of putting loads of sugar in it to make it really alcoholic, and it absolutely was disgusting. Oh god, it tasted like paint stripper. It was disgusting stuff. Yeah, homebrew is not something I've attempted. Well, beer, I've attempted it once, but it never came out how I wanted it to do. You know, and it's got this weird smell as well. So of course you're supposed to put it somewhere warm. So you end up putting it like in an airing cupboard or some part of the room. And you can sort of see the sort of thing ferment, this big sort of fluffy foam appears on the top. And you're sitting there, what's that smell? And you think, oh yeah, it's that beer. And of course, over the time it's doing it. And eventually, you know, you try a little bit, and you think, oh no, that's not nice. And then you leave it a little bit longer and it gets a bit better because you've got to let it age. But yeah, I want a wine cellar, says Amy. I might dig a hole under my stairs. What's your thoughts? Well, you could do that. There's a YouTuber called Colin Furze who I watch the time. Now he dug, and he's on YouTube. You can see it. Furze. He dug, and I kid you not, you can see it on the YouTube. He dug a hole down from his garage right under to his house and then up into his house like that. So you could do that. It cost him an absolute fortune, and he got sponsored to do it. But you could do that. I'm not sure, but he did have a lot of digging equipment, so it might take you a little time to do on your own. My mom would never let me. Maybe in the future, but it would just be easier just to buy yourself a house with a wine cellar rather than do it yourself. Yeah, what are your parents' thoughts, says Kelly. More is the question. Mum, have you got a spade? What do you want a spade for? No reason. Just if you got one. Sam said it was very, very fizzy, going back to the homebrew. Though, if I remember right, the elderflower champers only took a few weeks. It was so fresh tasting and floral. Now, Sam, you're like me in the sense you're originally from the West Country. Are you a fan of cider? Because in Wiltshire, where I'm from as well, cider is drunk quite a bit. Somerset, I know, is a big thing on cider, which Amy will probably know when she's gone there. But the ciders there are really good. Some of the ciders that they serve are excellent. Amy said, I'm a DIY person. My parents don't know yet. Yeah, you'll have to do it. You're probably too young to see the movie The Great Escape. It's when they dig a tunnel from a German prison camp. This is the British soldiers and the couple of American prisoners of war down under their outside. So of course they've got to dispose of all the rubble. So they end up putting it in their trousers, and then they sort of release it out into the courtyard so no one can see when they're digging all the excess earth. Yeah, you might have to do something like that. Too young. How old do you think I am? I'm guessing 18. I'm guessing 18, maybe. But you might. That's not to say you could have seen the film. It's a very, very famous film. But yeah, when you, like I said, God forbid, when you get your own place, my God, there's going to be a massive cellar. Oh no, you're not. Okay. I thought you were younger. I thought you were that age, but I got it wrong. Apologies. Oh, as Sam said, I love cider. We have our own branding called Rattler. It's lovely, but cider can give me a headache. Do you like cider and black? Do you ever try that, or do you have it with? Have you tried it with blackcurrant? Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. Who knows? This is the mysterious. This is the mysterious Amy. I think you should say that in when you order some food in a restaurant. Would you like some pizza, madam? Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. Who knows? Yeah, when you come to get your own place, you can do that. If that's the moderation you would do, would you prefer to do that though? Would you prefer to have your own cellar, or would you prefer to have do like a massive loft conversion, have a really big attic? Because with your attic, you could have a nice balcony and then just see loads of places. I can't wait for a big hole in my living room. So I'm guessing you're wanting to go down do the what do you call it, the cellar idea, rather than go up do the loft conversion. I used to get snake bite and black in the pub. Yeah, I did too. That was oh god, when I used to go to the pub, that was the thing I used to go for. There was just some getting drunk on that though is not a nice taste. It really, really isn't. But yeah, I got that type of flavor. Would you do the apple? So we've got the Baileys. There is an apple flavor one there, the apple pie flavor. I don't know if that would appeal to you. Yeah, I was going to say it's very much a horror movie vibes. Having that, my friend he rented a house in Muswell Hill, and they had a cellar there. And I just went down. I said, "This is creepy." He goes, "Yeah, I know. I never go down." It was really musty smell. It was really dark. It had electricity in it, but not well lit. But there's cobwebs everywhere. He never really used it. He'd store a few items in there. He goes, "But I never come down here." That's what I was thinking was horror movie. Well, there's always somebody. It always reminds you of something like Silence of the Lambs, because that's where Buffalo Bill stores his victims, down in the basement. They always store them down in the basement. And a loft. Oh my God, no! Why not a loft? Just think of it though. You're up high. You can see everything. Oh, now I've not. Right, let's talk about horror movies. I do want to ask. Insidious, I haven't seen, and I do want to see, and I've not caught up with horror movies. Is anybody into horror movies? And if so, what ones do they like? Or is it just a genre you just avoid? Sam, I don't know why, but because of your gothic background, I'm thinking you might be into the horror genre. Maybe, possibly. I know, yeah. Thunder, how are you? Nice to see you. We were just about to go on to is anybody into horror? We were just going into that thing. So Amy liked Jigsaw, Saw, and Spiral. I've only seen Saw. I've not seen Jigsaw. What's Spiral? I've not seen that. In the anniversary of my partner passing away today, so I'm treating myself to steak and bake and whiskey and coke. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Sam. But good that you treat yourself as well. What's your steak and bake? Oh, The Hills Have Eyes. Yeah. Did you now? When you say The Hills Have Eyes, did you mean the original one, or are you talking about the remake? Because they remade it. I think Rob Zombie did the remake. Yeah, the 2006 version. That's the version I saw. I never saw the original one, but I did see the remake one. I actually thought that was quite good. I don't know why I liked it. I just thought it was really, really good. That sort of freaky bit. Did like, although people say it's not a horror movie, I did like the 28 Days Later one, the British one. That for me is one of the best British horror movies. Sam said, I used to love horror. Now it freaks me out if I'm alone. So I can't watch The Evil Dead. It's too much. You watched it every day for a month a few years ago. It was so good. Yeah, I did think it was good. I did also like the well, some of them were good, sort of hit and miss. Which what was the one with Mila Jovovich? The one she used to do. It's based on the computer game. That's going to annoy me. I'm not going to remember it. Saw was good. I thought that was really good. I love the concept of Saw. I remember seeing the very first Saw in the cinema. And I just thought to myself, is what I really like the concept of it. Then I watched the second ones, and they just became all samey. Really, it's all the sort of similar things. but I thought it was such a good idea. It's almost like an escape room. Yeah, you're welcome, Sam. Big heart. I'm really bad at doing the shape with my hands, but yeah. Big heart thing. But yeah, I did think the Saw concept was really good, and I don't want to ruin it in case anybody hasn't seen it. But the twist at the end, I thought for the first Saw was really good. I had no idea that would happen. That twist at the end, it really didn't anticipate it at all. So the guy I went to see, went, oh yeah, I thought that would happen. I thought, no, you did not. You had never idea that was going to happen. Oh, Amy's really looking forward to that one. That coming out. Halloween 4 and Halloween with Josh Hartnett. Forgot the name. So the Halloween series I did like as well, but I did think they did too many, Thunder. I think because they did Halloween 5 and didn't they do Halloween 6.0? That was the last one. Yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street and the other 80s horror. Freddy Krueger is so good looking. Is that your type of guy, Amy? Is that what you go for? On a dating website, they say, so what type of guy are you going for? Have you got anybody that looks like Freddy Krueger? I want the actual jumper as well. Make sure he's got the striped jumper. Right, now then. Yeah, H2O, that's it. That's the one. Not 6.0, it's H2O. That was the one. Now, did anybody know that they are actually doing a series of Nightmare on Elm Street? And they've actually got a new, it's coming out in 2024. So it's going to be a series. I'm going to show you, not the actual series, but just so you can see this. So they've revamped Freddy. This thing is just, my laptop, sorry, my tablet is a bit old. I'm just trying to see so he looks a little bit different. All right, let me just find it. But they want to, and I think they're doing it as a series. So we were just talking about the Willy Wonka thing. So the new Willy Wonka film is coming out in December. But the new, I don't know why I linked the two. But right, where are we? There we go. You can't really see it from here, but I'm just gonna. So yeah, they've kind of. So this will be the new Freddy Krueger. So they've made his eyes look a lot more dead. They've tried to make him look a lot more burnt-like as well. So this is going to be the new series that they're going to be having there as well. So he does look a lot more sinister. For me, it's those eyes. Those eyes just look really freaky. But yeah, so they kind of done a lot more with the character. So that's supposed to be a new series coming out as well. Friday night was, oh yeah, Fright Night was fantastic. Did you see the remake of Fright Night? And if you haven't, I recommend it. So the remake of Fright Night was with Colin Farrell. So he's in it, but also Dave Tennant's in it. And it's all set in Las Vegas. Really good. I really enjoyed that. Right. What is your favorite horror film? And we've got a load of vampire emojis from Sam. So I'm guessing that's going to be your one. Yeah, Kruger can hurt me anytime. Oh, what a chat up line. Right, favorite horror movies. Everybody bung their favorite horror movie in the chat. I've got to say, The Exorcist was one that I really did like, but I find it difficult to watch. I would probably say one that I like for entertainment purposes is probably one of the Nightmare on Elm Streets. Saw would be up there, most definitely as well. The Halloween ones, Halloween 1 would be definitely up there as well. I didn't really like the Friday the 13th ones, the one with Jason. I thought they got a bit too samey. But yeah, I think for me, if I was going to have to, if you pressed me on it, I would probably say Nightmare on Elm Street is probably my favorite one. Kelly doesn't like horror, says Thunder. No, she doesn't. She doesn't at all. Don't tempt Amy with those photos. Yeah, I was going to say. Can you imagine that on there? You're scrolling through. Would you swipe right for Freddy Krueger? That's what I'm asking Amy. He looks so good. My favorite gardener. No running in the hallways, Nancy. Says Sam. Amy said, I felt so bad for Freddy. He was such a good guy. He wasn't a good guy. You've got to remember why they burnt him. But yeah, he was, the character is, but I think he's died, hasn't he, Wes Craven? Robert England, who's the guy that plays Freddy Krueger, is still alive. In actual fact, he was in the new. I don't know if anybody's seen Stranger Things. If you haven't, you've got to watch it. That's one of Kelly and my recommendation. It's so good. If you haven't watched it, but if you have, Robert England has a cameo in that, so he is in one of the seasons in that. But that is a really good series. The Hills Have Eyes or The House of Wax, says Thunder. Oh, House of Wax was it? Oh, Chloe, how are you? You okay? I haven't seen you in ages. You've been okay? I hope you're well. How are things? We were just talking about horror movies. The House of Wax is disturbing and gory. Did you see the remake one, or are you talking about the original? So the original was with Vincent Price. I mean, that is old. It's a 60s one, but they remade it. Rob Zombie directed that one, which is quite good. He can cut your lawn anytime. What with his little? I would just do your lawn for you. Do you want your hedges done as well? I think for your lawn, you want someone more like Edward Scissorhands to do that. Sam said, at the minute, my favorite modern horror would be World War Z. Oh, I really like World War Z. I thought that was really good. As far as zombie movies go, I thought that was a good one. I really did. And I like the concept where when they try and scale walls, they kind of climb over each other and they just sort of pile on, and that's how they get over. I did think that was really good. And my favorite classic, probably Aliens, The Omen and The Exorcist. I preferred Alien to Aliens. I'm going to be honest with you, but Aliens was a good film. And then it just got, once Alien 3 was okay, Alien 4 was, and then I just gave up after that. Prometheus was okay, but I preferred the others to that. You're going to Mauritius, Chloe, on Friday. Are you looking forward to it? How long are you going for? And you going with Nanny as well? Thunder said the remake must have been the 2000s. Yeah, that's right. It was early 2000s for the one. Did you see the remake? I only saw the remake. I haven't seen the original Vincent Price one, but it's pretty. What's his name? Rob Zombie does try and make them quite gory. He likes the gory ones. So he tries to make it gory. Now Edward is for my tall bushes. Yes, he goes doing it that way. You can get Edward to do, or Edward Scissorhands to do all the nice little features for you. Thunder said Vincent is the scariest character in horrors, but Chicken Dipper would probably be besotted over it. Can you see a little common theme with Amy? She's liking these like horror characters. Freddie has always been my softie, asked my mum. Yes, I'm going with my nan, granddad, mum, and Dan as well. Mum, I'm really excited. Mauritius will be fine. Also, as well, it's going to be winter in Mauritius, but it will still be warm. You're going to have an absolutely fantastic time. I hope you have a really, really good time. Thunder said, what do you think of the remake? Which one for, Thunder? Do you mean for House of Wax? Or did you mean for, which one were we talking about? Yeah, I suppose a House of Wax. I thought it was okay. I'm not so sure. Yeah, House of Wax. Yeah, I thought it was okay. The problem is, like with remakes as well, I also find that remakes are never as good as the original. It's quite rare that they are, but that one was quite good. Silence of the Lambs. Yes. Now, did anybody watch Hannibal the series with Mads Mikkelsen? I never watched that. I only watched, obviously, all the Silence of the Lambs ones with Anthony Hopkins. But yeah, I thought Silence of the Lambs was really, really good. Yeah, she's into the outcast. That's the understatement. Yeah, I was going to say, imagine going on a dating agency and say, what type of person do you want? Have you got anyone that looks like Freddy Krueger, complete with the actual jumper? Yeah, I did think that was really good. Silence of the Lambs. Now, Sam, did you know? I don't know if you knew this, but there's actually a prequel to Silence of the Lambs called Manhunter, and that was with Brian Cox, the actor, and Brian Cox played Hannibal Lecter in it. So totally different character, and that was made way before Silence of the Lambs. That was actually made in the 80s. and they were going to get Brian Cox to play the character in Silence of the Lambs, but he never did in the end. He went to Hopkins. Yeah, Kelly said, yeah, he was talking to Grandma, and she said she's very excited. Amy said, I watched the new one. It's good, Freddie. Always always my top G. All right, okay. So Freddie's your team. Mike Mars is a QT too. Oh, from Friday the 13th. Or going around with his massive machete. So that, oh, Coco, your profile picture is so cute. Yeah, it's her puppy. That is Coco's puppy. Sam said, I forgot interview with the vampire too. That was one of my faves. I do love Brad Pitt. Now, that wasn't, though, so much a horror. That was more of I thought that not a fun thing. I kind of seen that. The thing is well, I wasn't really into those teen vampire things. So things like Twilight, all of those things as well. I was thinking it was, I prefer more the more serious vampire things. But yeah, Hannibal was a good one. When he fed Ray Liotta his own brain, I thought, oh, wow, the CGI effects were quite good in that. It did look quite good. Yeah, so Chloe's little dog as well is cute. How old is your dog now, Chloe? Thunder said, Chicken Dipper, do you think that the child catcher from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang is a top punk? Oh, yeah, you both got little cute dog emojis. Sam said, yes, Manhunter is good. Nice soundtrack too. Red Dragon was kind of a remake of Manhunter. Yeah, so you knew. Sorry, I didn't know if you knew it or not. But yeah, that's absolutely right. Did you prefer Brian Cox or Anthony Hopkins as Hannibal Lecter? Or Mads Mikkelsen, if you watched it there? Oh, your nan's with you. Oh, okay, hello. Thunder said, oh, really, Kelly? But it's still as cute. Amy said, I will have to check Thunder, but I'm sure he is a hottie. Kelly said, I was never scared as a child of the child catcher, but when I got older, I found out everyone was scared. Well, do you know what? Actual fact, the child catcher in Pinocchio was quite freaky for the time. If you think about it for kids, if you watch Pinocchio again, the child catcher's in there. Millie, hi, how are you? Hi, guys, thank you for joining us. What were we going to say? Hi, Auntie. My nan said hi. I can see. Hello. Oh, it's Sienna. Hi, Sienna. That's just my profile and Chloe's sister. Okay. Hi, Sienna. How are you? You both looking forward to Mauritius? I'm very jealous that you're both going to Mauritius. It's a very, very beautiful place to go. I bet you're looking forward to being right by the sea. Amy said, oh, God, no. He's just a hottie. I just checked him out. He's not a hottie. Just checked him out. Yeah, so Sam said, I love Hopkins. So give some chantilly with nice fava beans. I started to go to the sea. I know as well. And you're going to the north, aren't you? So that's some of the best beaches up in the north. Really, Kelly? He's the creepiest guy going. He makes Michael Myers look like a cherub. Yeah, you're going to the north. You will have great fun there. I tell you something as well. The sandy beaches there are fantastic. For anybody who's never been to Mauritius, it's one of the only places I think I've ever been to, which is like walking into a picture postcard. It's so nice as well. And I saw when you see them on the postcard, you think, oh yeah, these have been sort of photoshopped. These are been made to look a lot nicer. It isn't. It's honestly, it is absolutely amazing. It is so nice. So to give you an idea, and this is no exaggeration, that is what a Mauritius beach looks like. It's absolutely fantastic. It is just literally like being in a picture postcard. So nice. So we're very jealous. You're going to have a lot of fun. You'll have a lovely time. That was Nan, what she said. Oh, right, was that your Nan? I hope she did. I hope she had a fantastic time. So, hi, Nanny. Hope you're well. Someone said, are you sure, Amy? He's got the scary factor. What's your type? Well, clearly her type is the scary factor. That is clearly what her type is. Yeah, Kelly's not very well. Poor Kelly. She's upstairs in bed at the moment. So she is she is sort of joining us on the type thing as well. But what we're, like I said, so we're just trying to do the live at the moment. So Kelly's joining in virtually. That's where we can. But yeah, she's not very well. But she will be back hopefully on Tuesday when we're back for the next live. Yeah, so Kelly's going to be resting up, actually. Nothing for Kelly. Bed, and bed. Santorini looks amazing. I would love to visit. Oh, I've not had a look at that, Sam. I have never been there. I have never been. There's just something about these type of beaches that look amazing. There we go. Right. So we've talked about horror films, what everybody's horror films as well. Has anybody got, talking on what we're doing the weekend, has anybody got anything nice planned for the weekend? Although, if you're in the UK, it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow. Well, it is in London. I don't know about the rest of the country. But has anybody got anything planned? I don't think we have. What it will do, though, if we're not going out, if Kelly's resting, it will give me a chance. Oh, wow. That does look amazing. It will give me a chance to do some editing because I do need to catch up on my editing. I am so behind on it. Santorini. Look at that. Can you imagine living there on that coastal thing? I'd love to live near the coast. That just looks so beautiful. Yeah, it's a lot of steep hills. I don't think Kelly would like the steep hills. Oh, I see. Amy just likes the voice. I thought you liked all the bits with it though, all the long nails and the I mean all the knives and all the paraphernalia. I thought that was all your thing as well. Or maybe not. Is it just the voice? You just like the gruff voice. Oh, I see. So Sienna's with your nannies for 2 days and then you're going to fly then straight to Mauritius. Thunder said, I'm going to a new sort of cafe tomorrow morning. They do waffles, ice cream and savory foods too. Oh my God, that sounds amazing. Oh, Thunder, would you mind letting us know if it's any good? Because if it is, we can go and review it if you don't mind. Mark will carry you up the hills. Yeah. I'll just do my little rickshaw or just do like a little piggyback. Do you know what, Amy? This is thing like Kelly. We stayed at Lanzarote one time and we stayed at what she called Cardiac Hill. So it was right at the top of this hill. And every time we wanted to go to the beach, we had to go down the hill, which is easy, but then back up. And after day 3, she goes, I'm not doing any more walking up any more hills. There's a few swear words in there, but I've left it out. Oh, you're getting a taxi back each and every time. I go, all right. So, yeah, so not the hills for Kelly. Thunder said, yeah, of course, but it's a little far from you. It's in Northwest London. No, that's fine. That's fine. If we can always check that out as well. I'm just trying to think. Okay. Is it sort of, without revealing where you're going, so I don't want anyone sort of turning up there while you're there, is it sort of Wembley way? You go running up that hill, running up that baby. A little bit of, what's her name? Kate Bush. Yeah, which, as I was saying about Stranger Things, if nobody's seen it, please, that is my recommendation. Stranger Things. Watch the series. It's really good. I think you guys would like it if you've not seen it. Yeah, not too far from Wembley. Okay, yeah. When you've done that as well, please let us know. We'll have a little look. Yeah, so my granddad is snoring his head off. Does granddad snore loud? Is it? Kelly, thank you. I hope it's nice, but we'll let you know. Oh, so Chloe asked, have you tried bubble tea? And the answer to that is yes, I do like bubble tea. Do you like bubble tea? One of my favorites, though, because they do the 2 types, don't they? So you get the fruity bubble tea, but you also get the milky bubble tea. My favorite is to get the milks, but get something like the vanilla, the brown sugar I like, and the coconut one. But I love the tapioca in that, which is the tiny little black pieces in there. That's delicious because you get a little bit of a crunch on there, but I love doing the bubbles as well. That's my favorite, but I do like bubble tea, although it is getting expensive now. Amy said, get the district line. Is that going all the way there? Piccadilly goes all the way to Wembley. Yeah, you have as well. That's my one. Yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy in my tummy. Yeah, that's my favorite. What about you two, Chloe, Sienna, and everybody else? Has anybody else tried bubble tea? Do you like it? Is it your thing? Funny enough, Kelly and I were going to do a review of bubble teas. But the thing is, because they're like a £5 each, and I just thought to myself, and they're quite big. I thought we actually going to do review about 6 or 7 of these bubble teas. It's going to cost a fortune. So we didn't do it in the end. We just stuck to the cakes. Oh, you like matcha also, and the brown sugar. The matcha one I did have actually, Chloe, when I was in Chinatown. So I went with Janai and bought him one there, and I had the matcha, and I did like that one. So it was also we wanted to do it in China, so have authentic bubble tea in Chinatown, but it's really good. Have you tried the strawberry bubble? Says Thunder. Tea with mango tapioca. It's so nice. Or chocolate. Oh, I didn't know they did chocolate bubble tea with raspberry tapioca. That combo of strawberry and chocolate or raspberry and chocolate is really good. Thank you. I will have to give that a try. Do you know what I love about bubble tea though? Is that thing when you suck up the bubbles, you get that burst of flavor. That's so nice. But I do like the tapioca pieces because it gives you something to chew while you're drinking. It's like a food and a drink in one. What's your favorite bubble tea, Sienna? Asked Kelly. So which was your favorite, would you say? Strawberry tea with mango tapioca, or the chocolate bubble tea and raspberry tapioca, or is it the matcha or the brown sugar? Right, Amy, where is this place that does it for £3.50? Because that's really good. Round here, it's about a £5. Oh, Sienna said, what football team do you support? I support a rubbish one, Sienna. So I support Everton. That's who I support. But we narrowly avoided relegation. We've not bought any players. And we're down with, I don't know, judging by who we're buying now, we're not doing very, very well. Oh, you like the apple bubble tea, says Sienna. What bubbles you like in it, though? What do you like to go with the apple? Thunder said, no worries, it's amazing. And yeah, the juice and the tapioca is the best. Bubble tea is like a pimple bursting in your mouth. But that's the fun of it. It's just having that flavor burst. I know what you mean. Do you know what, when you've got a spot and you just want to pop it? There's that thing. That's what bubble tea is like. I know it's not. Oh, your Crystal Palace. Chloe's Crystal Palace. So I see. And there's the Crystal Palace shop in Bromley, of course. That's where they have their official shop. Oh, boo, says Sienna. Thunder said, Chicken Dipper's drink is now ruined. Yeah, I'm going to think of that now. Every time I have bubble tea is about popping zits in my mouth. I ain't saying no, it's not in London, no way. Oh, that's why. Right. I was going to say that can't be a London price. Even when Kelly and I went to Brighton, it was quite pricey. So yeah, that's definitely not a London price. That makes a lot of sense now. Kelly's favorite is pineapple bubble tea with lychee boba. Oh yeah, the lychee bubbles are nice. I was going to say actually, Chloe and Sienna, I thought now you're going to Mauritius, I thought you'd like the lychee. Lychees are a very Mauritian thing. Oh yeah, I was going to say Sienna likes the lychee too. Oh, is it in Liverpool? Says Thunder. Is that where you went? Is it Liverpool you go? Oh yeah, of course, because I know you want to go to Liverpool because Aoife's supposed to be joining you there in Liverpool. You're going to become flatmates in Liverpool. Yeah, so that's what Sienna was saying. She liked the lychee and the pineapple as well. Amy said, I'm sorry, guys. Love you all like the pimple popping. You like the pimple popping. You're the only person I know that would describe it as pimple popping, but I can get it. I get it. Zeke, I thought you would like lychees. And I know Sienna would like lychees. When you go to Mauritius, when you go to the market, your nan and grandpa can buy you lots of lychees because there will be loads of lychee. I don't know if it's still lychee season though. That's the only thing. But I do think you're going to have some really nice lychees there. Flatmates? I think you have me confused with somebody else. No, I'm talking about Chicken Dipper and Amy being flatmates in Liverpool. Oh, you're Liverpool fans. Sorry. You're Liverpool. Well, you're our rival, Thunder Bear. Does that mean we're not allowed to talk anymore? Because so you're a Liverpool fan. Do you get to see them play? They do tours around the stadium tours. I did want to. I was going to go. I have one all booked ready to go actually, but of course then COVID hit and never got round to doing it. Amy said, I'm a weird push and shush. That's whatever you like, Amy. You know what I'm going to say. You know what I'm going to say. You know this is right up your street. You do you. But yeah, there's nothing wrong in that, and having that is. But yeah, the bubble tea. You must let me know with this £3.50 places. No, I know. I got it now. I thought you meant the place to go and get the bubble tea. I ain't going to Liverpool. Says Thunder said, does Kelly still miss the pineapple drink ice cream in Florida? That's called the pineapple Dole Whip. Now, you'll see when we did the afternoon tea for Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, I thought they did a pineapple topping, and I thought Kelly would love that because it reminded me of the pineapple Dole Whip, which Kelly loved in Florida. But you didn't like it at all. I really did like it. How is Auntie Josie? Says Chloe. I'll let Auntie Kelly answer that. Auntie Josie is Auntie Josie. Thunder said, yeah, not allowed to anymore. Not a big fan of football. Just be a supporter because of my family are. Never been to a match. Have you? Yeah, I've been to several. But do you know what, Actual Thunder? You would love the experience. You should go just for once in your lifetime, just to experience it. And the reason you should go and do it to experience it as well is there's an atmosphere like no other. Watching on the television is absolutely nowhere near justifies it actually in real life. It really is. Sienna thinks I'm famous. No, I'm not. I wish I were, but I'm not. Amy said I might have gone now because of inflation. Oh, okay, yeah, no, fair enough. And Kelly does absolutely adore the pineapple whip. We bought it by mistake as well. That's how we discovered it. Amy said, I don't go there often. I'll ask my sister. I think she got one last week. Sienna saying hi. Auntie is good, Coco. Is that when you're going to Mauritius? Thunder said, what team do you support? I was like, Sienna asked me the same question. I said, and my response was a rubbish one. So I support Everton, but we are not doing well at all. Uncle Mark and Auntie Kelly, you know it, Amy, you know it. Am I popular or famous? You are both, Sienna. Well, you are now because you're on live. There you go. Chloe said, that's good. Tottenham has the best ground. Have you been to the Tottenham Hotspur football ground? That's one of the newest grounds as well. It's huge. Of course, they're using it for a lot of events now at the moment. As you may or may not know, Beyonce did her concert there at Tottenham Hotspur Football Stadium. So she actually did that one there as well. And it's huge. It is really big. And it is very impressive. I went there actually about a year or so ago. It's very, very good. Yeah, that's true. Everyone says how good the atmosphere is. But I don't even like watching it on TV. Do you know what, though, Thunder? It really is good just for an atmosphere. Even if you don't like football, it really just is an experience. It's end-to-end stuff, but it's more than that. It's the whole ambience of it because you get to see the players and, of course, playing the game, but also the crowd interaction. There's a lot of banter between fans and stuff like that. It really is worth it just for that, just to say you've gone. If you're going to go, though, go to a top game, so like a Premier game, rather than something like a League One or League Two, because that'll give you the best experience. Do you know Chicken Dipper? Says Sienna. Yes, it's Amy. We know Amy. Thunder said, hope they can make a Dole Whip again. Oh, we really want to do the Dole Whip again. We will get to the Dole Whip one day. That's our plan. That is our plan. Amy said, what do you call Tottenham? All right, she's done the poo emoji. So that's what you think of Tottenham. No, but some of my friends have gone and sent me pictures. It looks amazing. Do you know what? You would really like it, Chloe. You would really, really like it. You would really like the stadium as well. I don't know if you like Beyonce, but I think you would have liked the Beyonce stadium. Tottenham. So you don't think much of Spurs. Oh, Amy's deleting all the poo emojis. Oh, you're going to go. Okay, bye, Sienna. Rest up and you have a fantastic time. I really do hope you have a fantastic time in Mauritius. Go, relax, enjoy, eat lots of nice food, enjoy the sandy beaches, and enjoy the light cheese as well. Have a really good time, and I hope Nanny and Grandad have a good time with you. Thunder said, I have to think about it. I know you might not like football, but honestly, it's one thing I think you would enjoy the experience of it. What have you had for dinner today? Cookies. That is it. That's all I've eaten actually today. So don't worry, Kelly. It's not the one. It's not the blondie. I did a little sample of Pret's cookies. So I'll probably have something a bit later before I damage this cookie and I get into a lot of trouble. Yeah, I just had one of the cookies. How about yourself? Did you cook yourself anything nice? Where are we? Thunder said. Amy said, they unfortunately know me. They're always sad about it. I didn't delete the emojis. YouTube deleted. Oh, really? Are you serious? Oh, no. Oh, Kelly deleted them. There you go. Kelly deleted the poo emojis. There you go. Kelly is YouTube. Well, she's got a sore throat now, so she can't. But I might get some really offensive messages in the chat. So there you go. Oh, it was a song. No, it was yeah, exactly. There's no kiss at the end. I'm in trouble. But you see, I didn't. And Amy will back me. I left exactly half of a cookie. Do you not know the song? Says Amy. What was the song? Was it the Tottenham song? Was that what you were referring to? Which song were you referring to? Yes, I did. You see? Yes, you did. Amy, you're such a grass. You really are a grass. Yeah. Yes, she said. It's an Essex thing. Ah, what, grassing someone up or doing the song? Mark, you have to buy a batch of cookies now as a surprise. Oh, don't encourage Kelly. I was going to say I only ate half of one, and as Amy was going to back me up as well. Oh, the song, you know, the song. But yeah, so going back to the cookies bits as well. What did you have for dinner? Did you have anything nice, or are you about to cook now? I know Richard's, I think he's gone off and cooked. He's been a bit quiet, so I'm guessing he's gone on doing his all right. Okay, I shall ask you. Richard, are you on? If you are, what is the song in Essex? I want to know what the Essex song is that she's referring to. Sam said, Uzi's gone to Wembley. Oh, Ozzy. That's it. Sorry, Uzi. Ozzy's gone to Wembley. His knees have gone all trembly. Yeah, that's it. I do remember that one. Spurs have got a few over. Oh, you having leftover Chinese. Why is it that these takeaways always taste so good the next day? There is a reason for it. Apparently, it's something to do with the fat content in them, which actually makes them taste. It's like pizza. Pizza's supposed to be really nice. There's something about the actual pizza that makes it taste nice. Kelly, that's fair. What if he gave you crudité? There you go. I'll accept new house chocolate as a compensation. You've had your compensation. You had new house ones. I brought them over. Yeah, Kelly loves the leftover Chinese. We've not had Chinese for a while, actually. We tend to go for those things. Oh, leftover udon noodles are yummy. Sam, they are. They really are. Right, this is one thing I was going to ask you guys. When you order Chinese food, do you have a local that you go to? Or do you just randomly mix them up? Or do you do a chain? So Kelly and I do a lot of Wagamama's, which I know is not Chinese. It's more of a Japanese, British fusion. But do you guys prefer to do a place that you go to? All right, send me the song. I'll have a look at it, Amy. I will have a look at that after the live. Crudité, absolutely not. Did you see the number of exclamation marks you got after that? Leftovers, even expired food is nice. I'm not sure about expired food. We're a bit touchy on the expired food. It depends on how expired we're talking. A couple of days, yeah. If it's caked in mold, no. I know, I'm only joking. Leftovers, even expired food. I'm joking, partly about the expired part. Do you know what, though? There are some foods a couple of days ago I'm thinking, yes, all right. It's called What Do You Think of Tottenham? All right, I shall watch that or listen to that, Amy. I shall just have a little. I'll have a listen to that. So that's no on the crudités, I'm afraid. Amy said, I know a lot of people who work in a Chinese restaurant. Oh, you do? So is that one you? For that reason, would you go to that one? Can they do you a little deal so you can get a nice little discount? There you go. I'm going to eat now. Bye, guys. Nice speaking to you. Oh, lovely to speak to you, Thunder, as well. Lovely to see you. Have a fantastic weekend. Take care, and hopefully we'll see you next week. We will try. I'm going to be trying to get a video desperately out this weekend because I've known there's been such a delay between the two. So I've got about 3 or 4 to do, which I will be doing momentarily. So I will try and get those out. They will probably do it for me for free. They are people I help with English. Oh, so Amy, what is your favorite thing to order in the Chinese? And everybody, yeah, take care, look after yourself. I wasn't sure if the girls knew what I meant, and so I deleted. Oh, okay, yeah. No, fair enough. I was invited to a free Chinese. What you are invited, or you have been invited? So have you eaten there before? What did you order, or what you gonna order? Do you have a specific thing you like to order? Sam said, I made homemade Chinese takeaway style chicken sweet corn soup a few days ago. So tasty and very easy too. I love the ribbons of egg. Oh, wow. So you put actually ribbons of egg white through the actual soup itself. Oh, fantastic. Would you mind sharing that recipe? Because that does sound fantastic. I know I wouldn't eat the chicken, but I would do like a vegetarian version of it. Amy said, I was, but I didn't go. I couldn't. Oh, why can you go? Oh, no. You should definitely go as well. That was so annoying. Oh, they were annoying you because they love me, but I was like, oh, of course, because of the gluten. Yeah. Oh, that's a. Oh, how was Billy Joel? How did you enjoy it? Uptown girl, she's been living in. Did you enjoy? Was it good? What was he like live? I love. Is it Ching Mei? Her cookbooks are great. Oh, I'm so good. You had a good time as well. Whereabouts was he performing? Was it in the O2 or was it somebody else? Oh, I'm really good. You enjoyed it. I know you do like Billy Joel. Did you go with your sister or your mum, or did you go with some friends as well? I'm really glad you enjoyed that. That was really good. I've got to say actually as well, I forgot he was touring. So you've just reminded me. Hyde Park, 60,000 plus. Oh my God. I've only seen a few concerts in Hyde Park. I've seen what have I seen? I've seen Black Sabbath a few times. I've also seen Motorhead, a few other bands as well. But it'd be really good to. I was going to say, I'd imagine it would have been a big venue because he's such a big artist as well. My friend went to see Bruce Springsteen in Hyde Park, and Paul McCartney came on and did a duet. I think I told you this story, right? And it was right at the end of the night because Bruce Springsteen's renowned for going on way beyond the concert time, and they pulled the plug on him while they were doing their little gig together. Amy said, my mum, and the thing was, oh, you went with your mum. I was complimented for knowing all the lyrics to the songs. There you go. Look at that. He said, oh my God, he was here last week. He made a joke last week, apparently. Oh, really? There you go. There you go. So you get to see Billy Joel in Hyde Park as well. And you went at the right time, because if you went now, it's absolutely bucketing down. I did go. The other concert I went to see is a band called Soundgarden, which I went to see in Hyde Park. And it was absolutely pouring with rain. So I just had this poncho on. And of course, you know, you can just sort of see like this as well, because the poncho gets all wet. So you can't see out either side, even though it's a see-through one. And it absolutely bucketed down. And I'm talking bucketed. It was rain. So it was, I went to Hyde Park last Thursday for Bruce Springsteen's merch. Oh, I see. Spent 85 quid. But there you go. there you go. The fact that you got to see Bruce Springsteen, the boss, and you got to see Billy Joel as well. You can't. I was going to say you can't say fairer than that. But like I said, if you like that kind of thing, you've got to do it because these guys may retire. You never know when. So you've got to try and take advantage while you're there as well. I'm really glad you got to do that. Has anybody else got any concerts lined up that they want to see? I really wanted to see Iron Maiden at the O2, and I didn't realize they were on. And I only knew it because Kelly's cousin works at the O2. So she said they were on. She does the Kelly will correct me if I'm wrong, but I think she works as a steward there. So she was mentioning that they were there. Amy said, no, I didn't see him. I just went to get the merch. Oh, right. I was going to say, I thought you got to see both of them. My friend saw them live from my class. Ah, okay. I'm with you. Yeah, I did wonder that, actually, if you've gone to see as well. But that must be fantastic as well, if you could got to see him live. So has anybody got... Kelly's going to see Usher. You didn't tell me you were going to see Usher. When are you going to see Usher? Has anybody got concerts they got planned? Anybody got any concerts they'd like to go and see this year? Amy said, no, I don't have that kind of money. Well, I'm not surprised if you just spent 85 quid on merch. But I was going to say it's worth it. Sam said, steamed chicken. Right, this is Kelly can pin this one, actually. This is Sam's recipe for her homemade Chinese sweetened chicken, sweet corn and chicken. So you steam chicken breast, add to the chicken broth. I use a chicken stock cube. For you, I could use a vegetable stock cube, and then add frozen sweet corn. Be sure to mash at least half of it for sweetness. Okay, so when you say mashing it for sweetness, you mean you release all those sweet flavors out? It's funny actually. It reminds me when you add lemon peel to something, you've got to sort of snap it in half almost to let the oils come out. I want to see the 1975 again, Manskin again. I really want to see Tears for Fears. Oh my! Now I grew up near Bath. Tears for Fears were from Bath. That's where they did their first ever gigs. Tears for Fears. And they're still going. Did you know that? Yeah, well, obviously you know they're still touring because you just said, but that's one you want to see. But yeah, they split up, didn't they, for a while? They didn't get on, and now they're back together doing the tour. And I think one of them, I forget which one of them, he actually gets his son on the stage and plays as well because his son can play guitar. So Tears for Fears, that is a real blast from the past. So we get to see those. Sam said, so going back to Sam's recipe. So you're going to, add your chicken breast, use your vegetable stock or your chicken stock, depending on which one you want to do. Obviously, I would use corn pieces instead of chicken. Mash up your sweet corn, then thicken it with corn flour, mix in a little water and season with salt and lots of white pepper. When it's boiling, add the slightly whisked egg whites and stir very gently into the ribbons. That sounds amazing. Thank you, Sam, for sharing, because that does sound really, really good. Amy said they were touring in Canterbury, £40 only for the ticket. Very cheap. And you got a Tears for Fears t-shirt. Oh, my God. I saw Tears for Fears in the early 80s. Oh, did you, Sam? There you go. You're going to make Amy jealous. Sahinas, hi, how are you? Sahinas says, good evening, Mark, and all friends. Lots of love from Sahinas from India. Oh, how are you, Sahinas? You well? How are things? It's very wet here in England, so we've got a lot of rain. I don't know how. I'm imagining it's going to be very hot in India at the moment, but it's very well, as you can imagine in England. It's very, 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 very wet. I'm just checking your thing. My dad wants to go to see the Pet Shop Boys. Oh my God, that's another bit of that's another blast from the past. That is the Pet Shop Boys. Neil Tennant and what's his name? I forgot. Is it? No, not Andrew. I was going to say Andrew Ridgeley. It's not even there. Yeah, everybody wants to. Oh, Adam and the Ants. Now, Sam, I'm going to ask you. You don't have to answer. Did you fancy Adam Ant when you were younger? Was that one of the things you wanted to do? Now, Sahinas, I know. Going back to your thing as well, you've done your delicious mango dessert without cream. I'm just checking on your website as well. The other bit I was going to talk to you about was your jalfrezi vegetable paneer. when you do your frying of the paneer, how hot has the pan got to be? Has it got to be quite low, or can you do it quite hot? That was the bit is what I wanted to ask you. Andrew is wham. Andrew, well, he is now. Yeah, because poor George Michael passed away. Hey, I knew you would. He's still quite a good-looking bloke, actually. He lost his hair, so he wears a bandana. But he's. I think he lives in Camden, so he does go to pubs in Camden quite a lot. So if you're ever in Camden, you can stalk him. No, I'm joking. But I think he lives in Camden. So he does sort of frequent Camden quite a lot. But I know a lot of ladies did like Adam Art in the 80s, especially for his Prince Charming video. You went to see Don McLean. Bye Bye Miss American Pie. Kelly went, don't you want me, baby? And Stand and Deliver. I saw them 4 times, and I own one of Adam and you own one of his leather jackets and jewelry that he gave to my sister. She worked at the riding stables in Hyde Park where he took his daughter to ride. No, really? Did you get to meet him? Just check out the mango dessert. It is superb. I saw that. You know, with your paneer, how hot has the pan got to be, Sahinaz, for paneer? I just wanted to check. Can you have it hot, or do you have to have it quite the heat quite low? You want to see him? I thought you had seen him. Bye. Yeah, I wonder. I thought Don McLean had passed away. Let me have a little look. Otherwise, you're going to have to add that to the list of ones that you see. Sahinaz, Kelly's not very well. So she's actually in bed at the moment. So she's messaging, but she isn't very well. But hopefully she'll get better soon. Don McLean, 1971 song, American Pie, 8 minutes long. Fantastic song. Right, Low Flame. Thank you. I did wonder that. The reason why I asked you, and you're the expert, was because I've tried paneer before and I burnt it, and I not melted it, but it went sort of gooey. And I think it was because I had the heat too high. That's the reason why. So that was just that was nice of you to tell me. Thank you that they're doing the what do you call it? The heat. Also as well, your banana pancakes look nice. I've got to say. So your banana pancakes, I might have to try. Kelly doesn't like bananas, but I love bananas, so I might have to try those at some point. Don McCain is still alive. I was going to Google that actually. There you are. Kelly and I got it wrong. Yeah, you're right. He is. He's 77. Sam said, I never met Adam, but he took my sister out to dinner. He gave all the stable girls gifts. He's such a nice person. You'll probably know this as well, but he was in he did a few films as well. I didn't realize he was in a film called Jubilee, and he was in a couple of others as well. I know all the lyrics. I'm strange. Yes, I know. Do you know what, Amy? You like what you like. Never, ever, ever let anyone dictate what you like. I like heavy metal and rock and stuff like that. And people go, I've spent my entire youth of people going, oh, heavy metal's rubbish. Why'd you like that? Why'd you listen to that? I listen to what I want. I couldn't care less what anybody wanted to do. So you listen to what you want to listen to. I like bananas added to a curry. Oh, wow. I've not tried that, actually, bananas to a curry. Amy said, Lady in Red is such a beautiful song. That's Krista Berg, though, isn't it? Mark, have you got Instagram? Yes, Sahinaz, I do. We've got it's Mark and Kelly's Trips, Tips and Things is our Instagram page. You can check us out on that. And if you want to, Sahinaz, you can message us and we will message you back if you want to send private messages through Instagram. If you have it, please. Is yours Sahinaz Love to Cook for your Instagram as well? Sam said, my Adam jacket is just like his Jubilee black leather jacket. Yeah. Do you remember on the film Jubilee? He was in it. Do I like Nirvana? Amy said Nirvana's overrated. Now, what I would say is the trouble is in Nirvana, and actual fact is one of the reasons Kurt Cobain killed himself was because he didn't want it to become commercial. And the irony, I used to love Nirvana. I did really like it. And when it became commercial, he hated it. but it did become, it was that's the irony of it, because, you know, he was featuring on things like Top of the Pops and stuff like that at the time. But I do like Nirvana, I've got to say, I do. Nevermind was a great album, but I did love Bleached. I thought that was a really good album. Sam said, I will send you a pic of the jacket on Facebook. Oh, please do. I'd love to see that as well. That's probably worth a bit, actually, as a collector's item. Oh, all right, Amy, Kelly can tell you all about that. Is what Kelly loves Bryan Adams. Kelly and Evelyn have been to see Bryan Adams several times in concert. So Kelly will have to take you at some point. But Bryan Adams is definitely a thing. The Zip tells me, Ash Fat Kelly, she might not want to join you. She's not going to say a word, that means. But with the old Bryan Adams thing. Well, guys, I've been going for 2 hours, believe it or not. I'm going to, I thought, why is my voice is getting a bit hoarse? But that's the reason why I've been going for 2 hours. So I think I will leave the live there. But thank you so much to everybody for joining me. And thank you so much for entertaining me as well. And thank you. I would say a big thank you to all of you, though, for bearing with me as well. It's always a bit difficult doing it on your own because you've got no one to bounce off of. So I thank you so much for being there to bounce off me. I really do appreciate it. And I really, as I always would say, I really do love your support as well, because you really do make it worthwhile doing this. So thank you so much. That's it from me for today, and this week. But we will be back Tuesday, 6 p.m. UK time, as we normally do. As always, please do look after yourself. Do take care. And remember, you're never too old to have fun. We will really look forward to seeing you in the next one. I will try and edit something this weekend, so I've got something to go up. Why are you scared, Amy? What are you scared about? But as always, like I said as well, have a fantastic weekend, guys. Enjoy whatever you get to do as well. I will really look forward to missing you already, but I will look forward to seeing you on Tuesday. Until then, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you on Tuesday. Bye for now. Oh, yeah, you, Sahinas, you carry on. I'm going to take late night here as well. You look after yourself. Take care, guys. Peace out.